Collingwood, it's time. It's time. We're here. It's Collingwood week. Welcome to the round 11 preview. It's Carlton and Collingwood at the MCG on Sunday afternoon at 3:20 p.m. It's clearly the first game you look at, or the first game that I looked at when the fixture came out. Like, when are we playing Collingwood? You know, when are you playing Essendon? And shit, like it's getting real, and it's a really weird feeling because we're obviously, I don't think many people expected us to be 8-2 in the situation that we're in. And normally I would think that would give me confidence that, you know, we're going to win this week, but nah, it's everything but that. It's everything but that. I don't have, I sense that we're a better team. I know that we're a better team. I know it in the depths of what's happened this season. But there's just something special about playing Collingwood, because what happens is all the form line goes out the window. It doesn't matter because emotions are high. Statistical anomalies generally can happen in a game like this. You know there's going to be 80,000 plus, maybe even 85, 87,000 at the game. You know it's a Collingwood home game, and you know they're going to come out and watch. You know that we're up and about, and people are now, absolutely on board. And it just, the only thing that's guaranteed is there's just going to be so much heat in the atmosphere on Sunday. And these are the games that you go to the footy for. These are the games that you support your club for, especially with us. You know, we're very privileged, and so are Collingwood, in the sense that we are big Victorian clubs with rich history. I know that their history is really, overshadowed with, 27 lost grand finals and the like, but they're still a big club. And, it's just, I'm jittery. That's the truth. I'm really jittery about this week. The Pies were fabulous last week in Perth, and that's probably put a little bit more fear, and just a reminder that, you can't take them lightly. Like, they might have a few injuries. We have more. But, just because they are where they're at on the ladder and we are where we're at doesn't mean anything. So, I'm a little bit nervous about this week. From our point of view, with the players that are available, like, we're a very, very young side. No excuse, but it's funny how the narrative in the mainstream media doesn't like to pick up on that. But we've got a lot of young players who I'm really excited for, because they're going to get the opportunity to play in a game like this. And I think these type of games prepare you for finals. These are finals type atmospheres, these types of games, especially against Collingwood. So, young guys like Corey Durden and, Jack Carroll, and a lot of these guys who haven't played in such situations before, they get their chance. They get their opportunity to do it. So I'm pumped for that. And, we are playing with a real, connectedness. There's a real trust amongst the group. There's a real commitment to each other. There's a real accountability amongst each other. And I'm confident. I'm confident that we are the better side. And if we play to our best, I'm confident that we're going to win this week. But that doesn't mean we're going to win this week. And that's the part in there. Now, we know the rivalry is there. It's interesting because the rivalry, for me, I don't feel it as much as what the people, or the Carlton supporters before me, felt it, because they grew up watching the great clashes that Carlton and Collingwood had. Unfortunately for me, I've really only watched Carlton be shit for the most part of my life. So I don't have the same hatred for Collingwood. I probably have more hatred for Essendon. However, once that siren goes on Sunday, I know that the spirit of the rivalry comes through me, and I become, someone else and something else. Collingwood and Essendon are the only two teams that bring that out of me. And so I know what's going to happen on Sunday when the ball is bounced. But the rivalry, I would love for it to be picked up a little bit more. And I actually think we need to start winning more of these matches in order for it to be that way. Obviously, we beat them last year. The last time that we played, they did beat us in round 2 last year. So, that was even. But, this year we play them twice again. And, we need to we need to give them some payback, because for many years it was a Collingwood win in this fixture, and they just ran over the top of us, and we were little young Carlton, and we weren't coached very well. We weren't playing anywhere near to the level that we're playing right now. So we need to start righting some of these wrongs and getting some more wins on the board against the Pies. I remember Jacob Wiedering talking on radio last year about the rivalry and how, like, obviously internally that they just don't feel it as much as what it used to be. And you can love or hate that sentiment if you're a fan, all you like, but it's just the truth. We don't have those memories in finals against Collingwood. We just have big crowds, and I would hope that the energy in the crowd, and I think it will, I know it will, it's going to take over the players and give them a bit of a spark. So that's exciting. You've got little, what's his name? Little Luke. You got him talking his shit. I've sat there and I've watched tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet about Carlton just poking the bear, and he's sort of like that salty ex that tries to gaslight you on social media, and you give them no attention, and it just makes it worse for them. And but unlike the ex, Luke will get some attention because Luke's a good man. And for all the rivalry that we do have, I do love a bit of Swoop Luke. Swoop Luke is great for footy, and he's great for footy YouTube. And so I look forward to the banter between he and I. It's already started. And we're going to do a little preview as we always do. So definitely stay tuned for that. And we'll see what happens. Now, from the injury point of view and from the selection point of view, it looks like Jack Martin will be a test to play this week. So I'm hoping he's going to be back in the side, because we definitely need him in the team at his best. Jack Noon's trained. He's a test to play this weekend as well. So the question then goes to, do we play Jack Martin over Motlop, or do we bring out Jack Carroll and keep Motlop in? I don't know what the answer is. Paddy Dow is obviously the other name as well. Is this the game where you put Paddy Dow in? I actually, for all the talk about Paddy Dow and why hasn't he got a game and all of that, I love what's going on with Paddy Dow at the moment, because he's really being made to earn the spot. And if there's one person who I trust that knows exactly what he's doing with Paddy Dow, that's Michael Voss. I think he knows a lot more than what anyone outside of the four walls will know what to do with a player like Paddy Dow. And I've just got faith that whatever the instructions are to Paddy and whatever's going on the inside, like, he's going to get his opportunity at some point. And when he does, I'm fully confident that he's going to be ready to contribute consistently and not in a patchy way. So I don't know. It could be this week. Does he come in for Jack Carroll? Jack Carroll's had a couple of games where he's been okay without being outstanding. He's obviously a very young player. So, the balance between wanting to hold a high standard and give him the opportunity in front of the crowd and give him that experience is a question that I guess we'll find out when the teams are selected. And that's really all I'm looking at. It's a shame that Harry's not playing. Would love for Harry and Charlie to be there this weekend, but it isn't to be. Now, for the Pies, there's so many players that I'm worried about. Like Jack Ginnivan, that he's going to put on a little show. But really, it's Ollie Henry. He's the one that really hurt us last year. And he came on as a sub last week, which was a surprise to me. And then all of a sudden, he's been played into form. They've got some really handy players down forward, and they've got like a young energy about them, very similar to us. They've got these youngsters that have come in, and they've got some senior players who, for the majority, played in that 2018 grand final from that era. And you can just sort of see the youngsters in Collingwood just give them the energy, and they get going really well. And we're not so different in the sense that we've got some senior guys in the Cripps, the Dohertys, and all of those. And then we've got these youngsters that have come in and they've really given us energy. So, it's going to be on. It's going to be on for young and old. I'm confident that we're going to get the win. And I'm hopeful more than anything that we're going to get the win. And I'm nervous. That's the truth. It's a Carlton Collingwood game and you can never be fully confident. So anyway, what about you? How are you feeling about this game? How are you feeling about the team and the selections that need to be made? We're coming off a pretty solid break after having a 5-day break before the Sydney game. So I would sense that would be a little bit more refreshed. It's definitely much needed. We're going to go into the bye after this. and then we can really reassess with where we're at. But for this week, what are your thoughts about the Collingwood matchup? What would you want to do with the team? Let me know in the comments below. And it's on. It's fucking on. Bring it. Sunday, 3:20 p.m. Go the Mighty Blues.